Hey everyone, Experion here. Hope you're doing well. And today, I'm here to discuss about a topic that has been on my mind recently these days, and it's something that I really wanted to get off my chest. I feel like these days, in particular, that I've been seeing a lot of things going on around where I feel so close to what I want in life. Like I feel like it's right there, like right around the corner. You know what I mean? I can feel it. It's not something I can particularly explain, but I can feel like everything that I want is like right there. It's like right around the corner, but I am being put in a spot where I have to be patient and to really ground myself, to really bring in that energy. And it's quite the difficult spot to be in, to be quite honest, you know, because currently in my life, because I have to be patient when I'm experiencing all these energies, it's like I'm experiencing everything I don't like, but it's giving me, because of that, it's giving me the clarity to know exactly what I do want in my life and what I do want to call in and manifest. So it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because right now, again, I would have mentioned it in previous videos, but right now in my life, things are very uncertain, unstable. Things are just not the way I want it to be, right? I want to have stability in my life. I want to have consistency. I want to be able to have a solid foundation with which to build on. But I have found time and time again in my life that every single time I've tried to have a foundation, it always got tore down, right? So it's like I'm at a point now where I can feel like things are changing for the better, but it's taking its sweet time. Excuse me. It's taking its sweet time to like come in, and it's like, okay, you know, just be patient, just ground yourself. It's coming, don't panic or anything like that. And it's just one of those things where, my goodness, I'm just trying my best. I'm trying my best. It's not easy, but I'm trying my best. You know what I mean? Like even today, even like one of my friends was like, "Hey, like what's going on?" Because I thought I was hiding it pretty well. I was like, "Yeah, like I'm not showing any emotion," but apparently I was. And it's like everything I want. Again, it's like right there. I can feel the energies of everything, but it's like how do I put it? The closer I get, the more it's demanding that I be patient, which is fine, to be honest. It's not like it's a bad thing at all, but I find it ironic that it's only when I feel like things are finally changing for the better. It's like now it's sort of like enforcing this whole patient energy, um, you know. But again, as I said earlier, because I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing now, it is giving me a lot of clarity of what exactly I want in my life, what exactly I want to call in, you know. Um, and again, just to reiterate, that's again stability. I want stability in my life. I want a solid foundation with which to build upon. I want to have my own space, my own place where I can call my own, where I don't have to feel like I'm a burden to anybody. Because that's another thing I'm experiencing these days, or I've always experienced my entire life, that I don't like. It's always the feeling of never really belonging anywhere. Now, of course, when you say that, when people usually say that nowadays, you always get the response of, oh, well, you just gotta love yourself more and be your own space. And I get that, that's that, like, and I agree. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm talking about a physical space, not me. Like, of course, I am my safest space, my safest place. But I'm talking about having a physical space where I can call my own, that, you know, I can feel comfortable in that physical space without having to feel pressured to do anything, say anything, be anything, to just be myself, and not feel like I'm a burden. Because in all my life, people have always made me feel like I was a burden. That's what happened when I was being raised by my parents. They made me feel like I was a burden, that I was useless, that I was a waste of oxygen, a waste of space. And then engaging with people outside of that, when I finally left my parents' house and then just engaging with the world, so many people who just made me feel like, again, a burden. They made me feel like unwanted, and I don't like that feeling at all. It's making it very clear to me that, hey, I want to create a safe, loving space for myself. You know what I mean? And I'm being shown a lot of things about people I interact with, who they really are on the inside, who to keep around me, who to cut off, stuff like that. But it's just one of those situations where I feel like I'm just in one of those rough patches, Life ebbs and it flows. And right now I feel like I'm in one of the rough stages before things start to look up, Because I really want change. I am tired, y'all. I'll be honest. I am tired. I am tired of a lot of things. a lot of things. I'm tired of people being so irresponsible and then wanting to blame me for things. I'm tired of having how should I put this? Unequal energy exchanges with people. Where people take from me and they don't reciprocate as much as they take. The lack of stability. I'm tired of the lack of stability. I'm tired of having to fight to survive for my basic needs every single day. I'm tired, y'all. I am tired. Seriously, I am tired. I am tired. I'm tired of all of it, and every day I am doing my best to move towards what I want in life every single day without fail. I am doing everything within my power to get to where I want in life, and it's like I've been doing this for a long time. A long time. And I'm finally at the point where I can finally see, okay, things are finally looking like they're falling into place. Finally. And yet every single step I take now, it's like I have to wait even longer to see what happens, to see what transpires, you know what I mean? It's like being right at the end of the tunnel, but as soon as you take another step, the end of the tunnel just pushes back a little bit. So it's like, I thought I was, like, you're so close to being out, but you're still not there yet, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's just something that I just wanted to just vent about, to be honest, because I've been in quite a mixed mood today. Quite a mixed mood. I am trying my best to remain hopeful, trying my best to remain, you know, confident. And the thing is, it's a strange thing. I know, right? It's like I know deep down inside I'll be okay. I know I am loved and I know that I'll be taken care of. But that doesn't stop me from being human and experiencing this human experience, where I still feel worried, I still feel uncertain, I still feel a bit anxious of how things are going to play out. Currently I'm in a situation, or again, like a situation where things can play out super well for me, but I'm not sure yet, right? And it's that not being certain that leaves me prone to overthinking, right? And I'm doing my best to just not do that, to stay focused, I've done what I've needed to do, so I just need to relax, let go and let God. um, but it's not easy, it's not easy. It's one thing to say that, and it's another thing to, excuse me, to do that. It's two completely different things, you know it's much easier to just tell somebody, yeah man, just let go and let God. But when that person is betting on something that where pretty much all their eggs are in one basket, it's very difficult for them to just be like, to do that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really want to build a wonderful life for myself. I've never been more clear in what I want in life ever. Like this is a time period where I have the most clarity of exactly what I want in all regards. I'm not just talking about personal things. I'm not just talking about my living situation. I'm talking about everything, my job, any friendships, relationships, everything, I have the most clarity I have had in a while about exactly what I want, because I don't have it. Right, because I don't have it, so it's like I know exactly what I don't want, and that in turn helps me to see, or has helped me to see exactly what I do want. As I said, in terms of living situation, stable, stable, stable living situation, safe, you know, a good job, a good paying job that, you know, uh, helps me feel fulfilled. Having friendships which are reciprocal and not draining, you know, being in a loyal relationship, respectful, loving, self-aware, a relationship in which me and my partner can grow, you know. And again, it's one of those things where I feel like the sign for me is to just relax. And that's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's really hard to do that, because it's like I feel like I need to do something, you know what I mean? I feel like I have to to fight, to survive. But I can feel so clearly that I'm being told to stop, to just relax. You've done enough. Just take it easy. You know what I mean? Um, what is yours will come to you. You know, you have a lot of blessings on the way. You will be taken care of. You know, like that's what I can feel being told to me. And it's like, okay, great, wonderful. I am genuinely so grateful and ecstatic. And yet I still feel anxious, you know what I mean? That doesn't stop the anxiety from being there and being like, but what if? But then again, living this human experience was never about stifling your fear. It's about rising up in spite of it. That's what being courageous is all about. It's having the courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action despite feeling fear, you know? So that's what I'm trying my best to do right now, just to be courageous, and to have faith that everything is going to play out as it should. So anyways, I think I'll just leave it there. I wasn't really planning on this to be a very long video. I know I repeated myself quite a bit. My apologies for that. My mind is very jumbled right now. My mind is very jumbled. I'm having a moment. And it's funny that I'm having a moment today, because today is the day I usually like to record. And I was thinking about early on in the week, man, what am I going to record? What am I going to record for Thursday? And well, here I am. This is what I'm recording for today. Just me trying to make sense of everything and give myself and in turn you a pep talk at the same time, Yeah. We got this, I saw some posts on threads about some earth signs, particularly Capricorn, which hey, Capricorn here. That it's like we're the end of the hellishness. We finally reached the end of a long, almost 2 decade long torture. It's finally over, and now the stability is rolling in, the blessings are rolling in, and it's like I can't wait. I shouldn't say that. It's not a good thing to say. I can wait. I'm excited. I'll say, let's say that instead. I'm excited for what's to come. It is highly anticipated. So I'm just so glad that it's all over, because trust me, it has been hell. Again, for me, when this whole time cycle, this whole period of time with which us Capricorns have been going through these things, for me it's been my entire life, so it's like, oh my god, finally it's over. I can live my life. Finally, right? It also coincides with my life path number as well, because my life path number, which is number 6, also states that I would go through a lot of hardship and trials and tribulations at a young age, but things will get better once I pass that stage. So it's like, wow, not only have I passed through the end of that whole hellish Capricorn cycle, but also the hellish life path number cycle as well, so I feel like a lot of, and again, I feel the energy. I can feel it. It's around me. I don't know how else to explain that. I can literally feel it. It's here. It's surrounding me, All I need to do is just stay calm, relax myself, ground myself, and I'm good to go. I am good to go. It's just easier said than done, but yeah, so it's just good to what is that? Hold on a second, guys. Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know what that was. I think like either that was an ant or something. Anyways, yeah. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. I also wrote a story today in which I will post on Threads. Yeah, I'll post it on Threads. I'll link my socials in the description of the video so that you guys have access to that. But yeah, I'll post it because it was a story I wanted to write out to also express some other feelings as well in terms of how I'm feeling right now, because I also realized that I've been so focused on self growth. I've been so focused on myself and so focused on building up myself, improving myself, just locked in, just completely locked in on what I have to do, the work I have to do. I have set up a whole routine. Every day I'm doing something different. Every day I'm working on something. Um, but I've been so locked in, it's like I feel like there's a part of me that's being neglected, and that part of me has to do in terms of like relationships and love. But at the same time, it's like, well, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what to say. It's like, well, what can I do about that? There's nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? I'm the kind of person that focuses on what I can do in my life. I'm not the kind of person to try and grab things that are out of my reach. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of person. I'm very well aware of what I can and cannot control in life. Let's put it that way. So I tend to stick around that range, and this is a situation where it's like, I've realized that, in my sole focus on just focusing on myself, I'm not really being as open and talkative and as I should be, I guess. I don't know. In terms of like love and whatnot, but to me it feels like I don't even want to say it's not important. It is important, but it feels that my priority is not there. My priority right now is to set up a stable foundation for myself to finally grow. It's something I've been itching to do for years, for my entire life. I have been itching and dying and begging everybody in the universe to finally get an opportunity to build myself, to grow myself. I know I have unfathomable potential and I want to act on it. And I feel like I'm so close. So right now my priority is just trying to focus on that. But at the same time, I know that there's a part of me that's like, but what about love? And it's like, yeah, what about it though? Like, I'm not going to deny it if it comes to me now. Like, I'm serious. Like, if tomorrow, literally, if tomorrow comes and, the love of my life appears or whatever, great, cool. I'm not going to deny that, you know. But it's like, I feel weird. Okay, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I am trying to remain in a very open heart space while focusing on what I need to do in life. I don't want to end up in a situation where I am falling in love. I want to walk into it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I don't want to trip and like fall into like some deep abyss, and now I'm giving too much energy to it than I should. I got things I need to do, right? I have an empire I need to build. So it's just trying to find that balance between building that empire and you know, being open to love. So yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. This is not gonna be a very high quality video, and I have to apologize for that. I really do. This is not gonna be a high quality video. I am all over the place, and I myself don't even really know what I'm saying. I actually don't know what I'm saying. I'm just yapping, to be honest. Yeah. So, what a great video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you relate. I don't know. I mean, honestly, if you relate, I would want to check up here, you know. But hey, at least that means we both crazy, and that's okay. We love crazy. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Because that guy with that weed whacker is coming kind of close. So yeah. Have a great day, guys. I'm back at the beach again as usual, and yes, I will see you guys next week with an update or something else that piques my interest or something else that I want to talk about. So yeah, over and out. Peace.